But other than that, you both approach Pocket's little booth. And immediately, he, like, looks up and sees you. Doesn't pay you any mind. Goes back to scribbling on his papers. But then...
Hello, fellow
I was gonna
couple.
say...
We heard you could sell us a map.
He like, does a double take as you speak. He's like, looking down, looking up, looking... And then he looks back up, and he's like, oh! Another kobold?
Yeah, I'm somewhat of a mercenary.
He goes, well, whatever. To each his own. He goes, you said you need a map?
Yes, sir.
He, like, reaches over and grabs, like, a handful of papers and slaps them on the table and says, a map to where? He goes, I've got Osla, I've got Dextros, I've got Blackcore.
My compatriot knows. I've kind of paid attention.
Oh yeah, okay. So with a big grin on my face, I tell him we need a map for the lower half of the city.
He goes,
Yes.
lower half of Estaan.
Yeah.
Let me see what I've got. And he, like, starts tearing through his backpack. He's, like, throwing shit all over the place, tossing papers.
As he's doing that, I'm kind of just trying to make small talk. So, are you proficient in killing?
He goes, oh, no, I'm not a fighter. I just make maps.
Okay.
And you can look at him. He's not wearing armor.
Seems like a nice, quiet life.
Yeah, he's not wearing armor. He's wearing, like, just, robes. Nicer, finer robes.
Does he have a lot of pockets?
Oddly enough, he doesn't have a lot of pockets. At least on the outside of the robe. He keeps it closed and tied off.
Hidden. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
But after a few minutes, he eventually, he produces a large map and he, like, unrolls it on the table. And you see it's quite large, maybe like 3 feet across by 3 feet, 3 feet by 3 feet. And he's like, here's a map. Not the whole, underwater section, but it'll get you by. And he goes, you want to buy it?
What happened to the other
depends
part
on
of
the
it?
price.
Say again, Manny?
Where's the other part?
He goes, well, I wasn't allowed in the section that the Warforged have closed off, so I've only got partial map.
Why? Is it because of your appearance, how you look?
He goes, no, I just kept trying to sneak in and they got tired of me.
I won't stand for this. My word, as Octo, I will go ahead and try to do the best for you.
I forgot you still look like Octo. He's like, he kind of looks at you like, I don't know who you are, but thank you. He, like, gives a thumbs up. He's like, but if you want to buy the map, 5 silver. I've got plenty of copies.
Oh, that's cheap as fuck.
You pay the 5 silver?
I don't know if I have 5 silver, but I will if I do.
Well, a gold piece is worth 10 silver, so you could give him a gold and he'll probably break the
maps,
change.
How many maps do you have, actually?
He goes,
Like, different...
well,
maps.
I've got Dextros, I've got Osla, I've even got the underground part of Osla.
How much for all maps you have? Each type?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He looks a little shocked. He's like, no one's ever asked me that before. Give me a minute. And he, like, pulls out, like, a little
We are
abacus.
your best customers.
He pulls out a little abacus and he sets it down and he starts, like, calculating. It's like, for all my maps, 15 gold?
I can do that. I got it.
Okay.
All right, he goes,
This
fantastic.
This is for the job. I definitely think that he needs this.
Oh, we got 50 gold ahead of hand, right?
Yeah, you each got
Yeah.
Each of you got
Each of
50
us
gold,
did,
yeah.
okay.
And then you paid 400 upon completion.
Okay.
Yep. Oh shit! I added that instead of removing it. Fuck.
You're fine.
Let's track 30. There we go.
So he's like, well, no one's ever bought all my maps before. And he, like, grabs the backpack and he, like, looks at it for a second, just kind of shakes his head and tosses you his whole backpack full of maps.
Hell yeah.
So from now on, if you're in a place and you think you might have the map for it, just remind me that pockets. Here, I'll denote it in my notes. Yeah. I'll note it in my notes.
Bag full of pockets. Maps of many possible shit that we don't know of.
Yeah, like he labeled off a queue, like, of Dextros, the flying city. You're not familiar with Osla, and you're not familiar with Blackcore. And he didn't really say any more, but Dextros, it's like a tourist trap. Everybody knows about it. But you guys now have a plethora of maps. And if you ever need If you ever need to know, if you're in a city and you're like, hey, do we have the map? Just remind me that Pocket sold it to you, and we'll go from there. Because, like I said, he's not a fighter, so he hasn't been everywhere, but he's been to a lot of places.
There we go. Pockets.
Does he
Bag
look
of
like he defends
Manny.
himself? Like, does he look like he might have like concealed weapons or something?
Make a perception check.
Hold on.
There we go.
Gameplay.
It has been noted.
Mm,
Next thing.
Ooh.
I need to buy rations.
Just checking. We're inside. I'm assuming. Yes.
You're inside. You're not affected by daylight.
I'm just trying to get in the use of like the habit of remembering. So.
You're fine. Yeah.
What did I roll? A 10 plus something. It's only like a 1. Skills. Yeah, just 11.
11. He's kind of just wearing like a big baggy robe, so you don't know if like he might have concealed weapons. He might be a magic user. You're not 100% sure. You do remember he did mention he's not a fighter, but you get the idea that
people could say they're not
exactly,
a fighter,
yeah. You get the idea that he might be lying to you, or he might be like.
I think he is.
I guess I'll insight him.
Yeah, you can insight. You can
Why
both
not?
insight him if you'd like.
I trust nobody.
Because you get the feeling to make all these maps, especially in dangerous
18.
areas.
You can, yeah. You're not gonna be able to
Yeah,
not
with
defend
okay,
yourself,
18
yeah.
and then Minie.
Oh, insight. Hold on. I was doing something. 10 plus 3, 13.
Okay. You get the idea that he's not being completely upfront. You get the idea that he's probably, he can defend himself by what means you're not sure, but he is kind of like, when he says, "Oh, I don't fight," he's lying.
Yeah.
But he sold you all his maps.
Pockets.
Yeah.
By chance, what is your last name?
He kind of like looks to the sky and like scratches his chin. And he's like, "I don't have one." Pockets is just what people call me.
I whisper into his ear. Deke, do you know where I come from? In my regular voice.
He kind of like looks you over. He's like, "I can't say that I do."
Good. And I immediately just get back up and I'm like, hey, let's get going.
All right. You both Pockets like kind of like he like you now see that he's like looking around. He's like, "Wow, now I got to make more maps." And he like pulls out a blank piece of paper and just starts going to town. But as you're both leaving, you see the girl behind the check-in desk. She's not asleep, but she's like dozing off. She's like leaning and like catching herself and like leaning and catching herself.
Each time she closes her eyes, I changed my appearance to her, and then I immediately changed my appearance back.
She like you see her like rub her eyes, and she sees you back to normal. She like covers her face, and she's like, you can see she's visibly shaken up. Like something's not right.
Get some sleep, girl. Get some sleep.
She's like, "Yeah, I
deserve it.
I think I'll take the day off." And she like takes off her apron, throws it to the side, and walks out the door with you guys.
Dude, where the fuck is my character's
What?
trying to find if I'm what's the fuck is it called? Alignment. I'm trying to look at the alignment.
I don't know.
Description.
It's in I think it's in description. Background? No. Yeah, it is. It's in description. It says
It
characteristics
should be in
alignment.
your description.
Okay, neutral evil. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But you came at that with a lot of maps.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of maps.
Do we need? I don't know what. I'm assuming I have no items. I'm assuming.
If you went with did you pick starting equipment or gold when you made your character?
I don't remember. I think I picked starting
Yeah.
equipment.
So you wouldn't have you might have maybe 1 or 2 rations.
Okay.
But you don't know. Yeah, you don't know how much you'll need.
he should have like at least 10 days worth of rations. I think that's
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, that's the thing, but I can double check. Let's see, where's my rations? What's a pittance? Yeah, I got like 10 days worth of rations.
Okay. So, both of you, I'll say you didn't need. Excuse me. You both have been in cities lately, so you're not like low on rations. So you don't. You could get away with not buying rations, but you might need to buy like
I'm
I
gonna buy
said,
rations still.
you might want to buy rations. You don't know how long you'll be down there, and especially since it's a Warforged kind of place, you don't know what kind of food you're gonna find.